So the first way is to find the area of complex figures by decomposing, like I said, by breaking down. So if you had this shape, I would take it and I would break it down into my two separate rectangles. I would draw lines to show my bigger rectangle and then my smaller rectangle. I would find the area of each of my separate rectangles, length times width and length times width, and then I would add them together and find the sum to find my area. And then the second way that I can do this is to find the area of complex figures by subtracting. Well, we've been multiplying and adding a lot, so what do I mean by subtracting? Well, what I can do is I can make this the entire rectangle. I can kind of use my black pen to make it one whole rectangle, okay? And then I can find the area of the entire rectangle. And then what do I do? Because obviously I just want to know this. So what do? I would subtract that part that's not actually there in order to find the difference, okay? So let's go ahead and get started. So in number 1, it says find the area of this complex figure by decomposing. And I know that decomposing means breaking apart. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to break this shape, this complex figure, into two different parts, or do two different rectangles. I have this larger rectangle followed by this smaller rectangle. You know that you can find the area by doing length times width, or you can count up the square units. So let's go ahead. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay, or 3 by 2, which is 6. So I know that my small rectangle is equal to 6 square units. Okay, and now I'm going to find the area of my larger rectangle. Large rectangle. So what do I do here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 8 is my length, and 1, 2, 3, 4 is my width. 8 by 4, which is equal to 32. You can double check by counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 plus 8 is 16, 24, 32. But I want to find the total area. So what am I going to do? I'm going to add 6 square units plus 32 square units. 32 plus 6, and I want you guys to think about that for a second. What did you get? You got 38, and make sure you have your unit, square units. So that's how I would find my area of the complex figure by decomposing. Two separate areas, and then add them together. And what does that remind you of? Your property that we used yesterday, the distributive property, where you had A times B plus C, okay? You did A times B plus A times C, and then you added them together to get your whole. Okay, so next. What you are going to do in this is that second way that we can do it, which is to find the area of this complex figure by subtracting. So this time I am going to, you can see they already did it for you here, but I'm going to make it a whole rectangle. I'm going to find the area of the whole thing first. That's my first step. Find area of whole rectangle. And let's go ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I know that my length of 8 times my width of 6 is equal to 48 square units. Okay, but I'm not finding the area of this entire thing. I'm trying to find the area of this complex figure. So now I need to find this area that I counted in but isn't actually there. So 2, find area of small rectangle. It's kind of like my small rectangle now, but it's not there. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 by 2. 5 times 2 is equal to 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10 square units. So if I know the entire thing is 48, and I know this part that isn't actually here is 10, we need to subtract that. So 48 minus 10 is equal to 38 square units. Okay. I want you to get your pencil out and do this with me. So if you need to pause this, go ahead. We are finding the area of this complex figure by decomposing. That means we are breaking it apart. So go ahead and break it apart. Again, you are doing this with me right now. We've got one rectangle, and we've got a second. So we know that area equals length times width. So let's go ahead and do that for our first rectangle. So our length is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 by, you go ahead and find the width. You should get 4. So 9 times 4, think, think, think. In 3, 2, 1, 36 square units. Okay, that's my first rectangle. My second rectangle, let's go ahead. I want you to do it on your own. You should have gotten a length of 3 and a width of 3, which means that this is a square if all the sides are the same. 3 times 3, tell me in 3, 2, 1, 9 square units. And what do we have to do in order to find the complex figure? Because right now they're separate. 9 times 4 plus 3 times 3. We need to add them together. So you go ahead and do that. 3, 2, 1, 45 square units. Make sure you have square units. Okay. Next, we are going to find the area by subtracting. So this time we want to find the area of the entire thing, but we're adding on a part that's not actually there. So we are going to have to do some subtracting after we figure it out. We're going to have to find the whole, and then we're going to have to find the part that's not actually there and subtract them to find the difference. So this time I want you to go ahead and find the area of the entire pink part. Find the length and find the width, and then multiply. Okay. You should have gotten 9 times 7. So think about it. You can use your 9s trick if you want. Put down that 7th finger. You've got 6 10s and you've got 3 1s, which is equal to 63 square units. That's our first step. My second step is to find this part right here that isn't actually there. So you go ahead and do that on your own. You should have gotten 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 by 3. Okay, think, think, think. 3, 2, 1, 18 square units. Well, if we had our whole and we have our part that's not actually there, what do we do to figure out this? We need to subtract our whole area from the part that's not there. So 63 minus 18. We got some regrouping here. You cannot do 3 minus 8, right? If you have 3 things, you can't take 8 away. So we need to take a 10 away. So 6 turns to 5. Take 1 away and add 10 on. So it's not 10, it's 13 because I already have 3 there. Are you with me? Okay, 13 minus 8, what is that? 5. 5 minus 4. Or sorry, 5 minus 1. I always do that. 4. So you should have gotten as your answer 45 square units. Is that actually the same answer on the other page? Because it was giving us the same shape, just 2 different ways to do it. All right, friends, you are so ready to go do this on your own. So you're going to go ahead. All you have are the 2 final check for understanding pages. So you should be good to go now. All right? I will talk to you later.